And for those of you who have been watching, I'm going to talk about this quickly. We're going to move on to telescopes. This camera is a low grade camera. This is a P1000, low quality camera. It's only $1,500, $1,000 now probably, because they do have the P1100 out, which is a waste of money. It's exactly the same as this thing. I even checked out the specs, so I don't know what the difference is, but there's got to be something there I don't understand. So the P900, the P1000, I have figured out, right, that it's horrible for recording stars. It's good for recording the moon and the sun, yes, but not the stars. You need to bump up your quality of camera, maybe move up to the $3,000 or $4,000, $5,000 range, and you might get some better pictures.
This is a picture from my Canon Rebel T7. What's that about not blaming the tools? I think it mostly depends on how you use the camera, uh, not the camera itself. Well, a good dark sensor that can detect low light would be best, but yes.
But moving on to telescopes. I've been talking about this for a while with a friend of mine, and the telescopes are very, very manipulated. I've been doing some research on them. I don't know what the purpose of telescopes is, other than getting a wider view of the sky, producing very shitty quality pictures of stars and supposed galaxies. I can zoom in with my binoculars nice and tight on the sky. I can zoom into an individual star. Okay, so in the last 2.5 years of doing that, I have never seen a galaxy. I'm not sure where they are, but I have panned left, right, up, down from horizon to horizon. There are no galaxies, okay?
Okay, the purpose of a telescope is to concentrate light down to a small point and to gather all the light it can so you can see the finest detail in an image. And most of the times when astronomers are looking at an image, they're not even looking for a picture, they're looking for a spectrum. So it's a telescope that's on the twin 10-meter telescopes on top of Mauna Kea called the Keck Observatory. You can see a lot more detail than the observatory, the Burke Gaffney Observatory in Halifax, which has a 60 centimeters telescope now, and beforehand they had a 40 centimeter telescope, which the images I'm going to show you were taken on the 40 centimeter telescope. Well, the first set and then the second set is taken at a better observatory. But that's why they build bigger telescopes, and resolution is just basically the wavelength divided by the diameter. So the wavelength is usually in 10 to the negative 9 meters over a telescope that's in the meters or centimeters. But yeah, so that's what, and you can see galaxies all over the place, especially if you know what you're looking for. And you can see the Andromeda Galaxy, the M31, during the fall and winter, if you know what you're looking for, where you're looking. So he just doesn't know where he's looking, and what he thinks a star looks like. If you look behind him on that T-shirt, that's what he thinks the star Sirius looks like through his binoculars and looking through a cell phone. And astronomers don't take videos generally of galaxies or whatever, because the reason is they want a nice crisp image if they're doing an image, or a nice crisp spectrum. They don't want to jiggle it around and make a mess of their image. So that's why that doesn't happen. Okay, I think that's it for that segment.